Hello, everybody. My name is Tim Hunter, and thank you very much for tuning in. Today, I'm going to be talking about a topic that's a little bit different from what you would probably expect for someone with all these gray hairs. I'm going to be talking about something that's cultural, actually ethnically cultural. I'm going to talk about Black American slang and its origins. Okay, Black American slang is very interesting and it's very influential. Some of the slang that you hear actually internationally, way in deep pockets of the world, actually originated from Black Americans, believe it or not. And this got a very interesting history from what I found. I don't know if you got a historian that can probably debunk me, but they may come up with the same thing. But nonetheless, I'm going to be talking about three things, okay? One of the things I'm going to be talking about is the origin of Black American slang, according to me and my research, okay? That don't mean that it's perfect or 100% accurate. I can't verify that. But I'm going to give you some things that may make you consider that I may be correct on that, okay? The second thing I want to talk about is genres. Different genres that actually flowed in different slangs. It's going to be interesting. And the third thing I want to talk about is actual slang words, okay? So this is going to be pretty fun, so let's get right into it, okay? Let's go right into the origin. Where did all this slang come from? Some say it comes from some of the music from the 80s or some music from the 70s, what have you, or the movies and things of that nature. But I kind of disagree from what I found. What I found to be true is this. First of all, I believe that movies and slang comes from the music and slang, and the music and slang come from the people on the street talking slang. You see how that order goes. Okay, so now we're going to take it all the way back to the origin of Black American slang. And it comes from the Tetanese language. Are you guys familiar with that at all? If you guys are not familiar, Tetanese language is a very unique dialect language that was spoken from black people in America. And this predates slavery by like thousands of years. Now, this is the funny part, and I know I sound like conspiracy theories when I say this, so don't strike me, okay? Tetanese language is supposed to be a derivative of King Tut, believe it or not. And why is it in the Americas? Well, now this is going to strike you, kind of funny, but they say that Egypt predates the Egypt where it's at in North Africa. It was actually in Americas first, North America. Particularly Memphis, like Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, Memphis. They got pyramids in Memphis. Cairo, Illinois. They have step pyramids in Cairo, Illinois. Now, this one right here is going to blow you away. They actually have an obelisk, that tower that's all the way, stick straight up like a tower, just a stick tower. And normally it has a lot of, Egyptian writing on it and so on like that. They have one that they sandblasted probably like in the 60s or 70s, just to make smooth. That was stupid, of course. But they said it predates Egypt by thousands of years. I don't know about that. So, and guess what it's at? It's at right in the heart of Chicago, Illinois, in an area called Hyde Park, where, oddly enough, President Barack Obama used to live. Okay, that's enough of that. So that's supposed to be the complete origin. And it goes something like tick, tick, tie, something like that, things like that. It has like a tick, tick in the language. Okay, now let's go into slavery. There's a song called Wade in the Water. Wade in the water, children, wade in the water. Now, that was a song that gave coded language for slaves to escape. They told them to meet basically in the water. And one of the slang words in there actually is children. They weren't talking about little children wading in the water. They were talking about, if you want to escape, wade in the water. They're going to meet you there and you guys will run off. That's an example. So that'll be one of the first examples of it actually being in music. Is that something? Now, let's fast forward a little bit. Now, that's like from the 1700s to 1800s. Let's go into the early 1900s now, post-slavery. Early 1900s, around 1910 and so on like that, to about 1940, the jazz musicians, they actually gave us a lot of slang. And first of all, these guys were super influential because they dressed really sharp and they had a very unique lifestyle because they did a lot of things at nighttime when most people were asleep. A lot of partying going on, a lot of fun, and they made some cool music. But when they recorded this music, they also recorded their slang. Listen to some of the slang words of the jazz artists, like cool. Now, cool normally represents, of course, weather, temperature. Cool to mean cool, like you're cool or I'm cool, right? Meaning that I'm a favorable person. Hightail it out of here, mean it's time to go, or let's get the show on the road. Right. You see, so you probably even know what these are if you've never heard of it, but for the most part, get the show on the road, man. Let's go. Let's get busy. Let's get working. Okay. Now, let's go into the 1950s, rock and roll. Rock and roll, 50s and 60s rock and roll had words like dig, groove, hit the road, right? Now, when you say dig, they were talking about actually digging it, but they mean that they really liked you. That's what dig means. Groove actually originated from the groove that was in the record. They had like a 33 record, or it was 78 actually, was probably before that. When they played the record, the little lines that actually made the sound were called grooves. So whenever they had music that they liked, they called it a groove. And you hence the word groovy, right? Then you had words like, what else I say? Hit the road. No, hit the road. Yeah, hit the road. Time to go. Hit the road, Jack. Meaning that it's time to go. That means leave a party. Don't mean actually going down and hitting the road with your hand. It means get out of here. All right? Now, here goes the fun part. The 70s soul music. They had words like baby. Hey, baby, what's going on? Now, you'll see one grown man call another grown man baby. But it didn't matter because that meant, you were cool. They had funky and brother and sister. Wasn't related, but that's just how they related to him, so love. Hip hop, oh my gosh. Hip hop really did something for everybody. They had words like bounce. Bounce, I maybe mean like bounce a ball. Man, let's go. Or here go, how about this? Fresh, right? Sounds fresh, meaning that you look fresh. You look very good in your appearance. What about this one? Dumb. No, that's dumb. That music was dumb. It actually meant good. What about whack? Whack meant it was no good. What about dope? Right, dope like in your arm, but that meant that it was really, really good. There's a song by a rapper named Eazy-E in the 80s. He said, I don't do dope, but I'm dope. Not a dope, but I'm doper than anybody who tries to approach. I'll let you guys decipher that one. Then they have Ma. What up, Ma? Not your mother. They're talking about a young lady they're trying to approach, or a shorty. They're talking about little people. It's meant for the ladies. Even today's youth have their own slang. Like, you may have heard kids say, hey, what's up, twin? That don't mean you're a twin of anyone, or you look like someone. They're just saying, hey, we're family. Hey, I like your drip. They're talking about your clothes. So, to sum it all up, Black American slang, of course, is very influential, and is very fun to discuss and utilize in various scenarios. Even corporate America is even adopting different slang and so on. But nonetheless, now that you guys know the origin of slang and how Black American slang has spread across the entire planet, why don't you guys come up with some slang words of your own? Let's create some new slang words and show them how it's done, right? So we talked about, let's see, the origin of slang. We talked about the genres of slang, and we talked about some slang words. A lot of fun, huh? Well, I'm glad you guys tuned in, and I hope you guys have a great response to this, and we'll see you guys next time around. I'm Tim Hunter. Thank you guys for tuning in to me.